So this is the girl.
Dive in, don't do that.
So close, but yet so far away. Maze. I think my maze is better than this. Sorry. Sorry, Simon. Sorry. Oh mate, there's some kid here. Lexion. Rake. 2 tedders. Igloos. Some of you might recognise this yard. Good morning everyone. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell to get notifications of my videos every Tuesday, Friday, and sometimes we do the Sunday video. In today's video we're doing something very, very special. It's Simon and Richard Ike's farm, one of my favourite farms I've ever been to. Oh hey. Hello. Absolute class, lovely people and really nice family. We bumped into each other at the Dairy Tech show. They're really nice. I've kind of copied them in my teat brush and silage pusher, and I am looking at a slurry pusher. This is the farm you want to imitate because they are doing it and they're doing class things. And today what I'm looking at is this thing. And what is that thing? That is a great question. So Simon and Richard put something brand new in it. It's called CattleEye. And what CattleEye is, double foot bath system, ooh la la, tried to get in with the cows, but I can't. What CattleEye is it's a cattle monitoring system. So with the collars, we monitor heat detection, we monitor rumination, we monitor the cows as they're standing and walking. As they're sat down, make sure they're cudding, make sure they're happy. Can we see him cudding here? Maybe not, that is a big old cow. So what CattleEye is it's all about mobility and condition scoring. What is mobility? Great question. Mobility is so how the cows are walking. So if they're walking on all 4 legs, so they're not lame, they're not like moving around. And condition is how much condition they've got. Obviously we're at one of the top-notch farms in the UK. I've got no idea, but of what a farm I've seen, it's really good. I love it. So all that's about it, Spiritor. So what mobility scoring is and what condition scoring is. First, mobility is how they walk. Is their mobility to walk around? Are they lame? Are they showing any problems with their feet, their hocks, their hips, anything? And what condition scoring is how much condition they've got. Like me, probably put a little bit of condition on, that's why I'm growing the beard, to hide it. I know. So condition, you can see this cow and how well you can see her ribs, how much fat she's holding. We don't want our cows to be super thin, but we do want them to be thinner than a beef cow. So a beef cow that you would get the steak from the farm shop, they want to be big, fat, round things. But a dairy cow, what we're looking for is a condition score of around 2.5 or 3. Could be right with that. CattleEye will do. CattleEye will monitor their mobility and their condition, and it'll be monitoring them all the time. So we can see if the cows have lost condition or the cows have got lame. Meant to, I'm going to speak to Richard in 2 seconds, find lameness 23 days before the cow actually goes lame. How mad's that? Or she needs trimming. Lameness on average in the UK costs £330 a cow. A lameness and condition scoring. So to detect that earlier, could, even if it saves, let's say it saves half of that, so that's £165, these guys milk 650 cows. Someone do the maths for me. So what, about £80,000 a year to put CattleEye system in, it would save. I'm only saying it will do half of it because you are still going to get lame cows. And obviously today we have a foot trim room. I know that was a lot of information to start with, but that's what we're having a look at and that's what we're looking at how it works. First, I'm going to go see Richard and see what cows it's pulled out. The foot trim is absolutely flying. I think I'm going to miss a few. I would like to have a look how he's getting on as well. Remember this parlour? Yeah, this is monitoring my condition. This is me monitoring my condition. This is my collar. It was a gear parlour. We came for 2 years ago. They're looking at upping by 100 cows, and Simon was saying it's going to take another 20 minutes to milk 100 cows. Just let that just settle down. 20 minutes to milk another 100 cows. Absolutely crazy. Right, let's go find Richard. So, we're back. He's going to show me how CattleEye works to a degree. This is all the back room, which we didn't see last time. Simon, what is CattleEye meant to do?
So it should pull out the lame cows and cows that are on their cows before we can see them lame.
Yeah.
So we've got cows that it says are trending up here.
Yeah.
Cows that are trending down.
So cows that are getting better, you think might have been trimmed in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. You got in the last, I think that's in the last month, we've trimmed 129 cows. And you got a list of recheck ones, and then we go on to lame list, and you've got a list of your lame cows.
That's cool. You've got videos of the cows as well. You can't just see it obviously being on the computer. I'm actually going to try and get some B-roll of videos of cows.
This cow has had a block on. She's been trimmed. Every time you got a thing that's trimmed, that's a treatment with a block and trimmed.
Oh wow!
And so she's like a,
let's say, a problem cow.
Problem cow, and then you get a video of them.
Wow, that is cool. So it's this cow here, and the CattleEye monitors the cow walking. Obviously, one might be getting sigged out, so they're not walking too freely. So this was yesterday morning.
They're all bunched up.
They're bunched up, but them being bunched up could affect it as well, couldn't it?
Yeah. We get it. Yeah, that's the bit. There, you want that bit there.
That bit. Yeah. And then that's monitored the cow, and it's had a look at the mobility of it, so it will say, it will flag up to say, oh, maybe that cow needs a trim, maybe she needs looking at. Look at that. And it monitors the condition of them to make sure they've got enough flesh on them.
Yeah. Blue line is body condition score.
Oh, cool.
And the red line is your mobility.
And you can just see her mobility's. Oh, mine does that as well. You can just see her mobility's just gone up or worse. It's gone to a 5. We like about around a 3. Well, we don't like a 3, apparently 3 is lame. A 2, 2.5. And the condition score's gone up, but a condition score might have gone up over time because she's getting the end of her lactation.
Yeah, so, and on the top you've got your days in milk, and she's 57 days since she was last trimmed.
Yeah.
Dry off in 11 days.
And then we pulled this cow out.
Yeah.
Cool. We might be able to find it. We'll have a look in the holding area to see if we can see any of these cows that we've done. So you've printed this out. So when you're trimming cows, what cows do you pull out?
So we'll pull out cows that are about 70, well, between 70 and 80 days calved, and then pull them out a fortnight before we dry them off. We dry off every week.
Yeah.
So we pull them out a fortnight before we dry them off. So that's our standard protocol of
they
trimming.
Get 2 trims at minimum if they're never lame.
Yeah, and then we'll go through here and pick out cows on here. So she's like a chronic cow that you would notice that's lame.
Yeah.
And if you come down.
Oh, so it's a scale. This.
Yeah. So you'll get ones here that are still lame, but not quite so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not been trimmed a lot, has she? Well, she's only 38 days calved. Yeah. So she'll be trimmed.
Yeah. So you'll get cows, if they've had a bit of a rough calving, they'll come in and it picks them up and it'll say that they're lame straight away because they're walking a little bit tender or something. Or if you've got a cow that's got a knocked hock or something, or had other problems, like
it'll find it. Yeah,
it's not necessarily that she's got bad feet, but she's
trimming her
just
feet's not going to help it.
No, she's not walking quite straight.
And it's a bit like my dad. If you've seen him lately, he has a stick. Actually, trimming his feet or doing his toenails isn't going to help that job. Having an operation on his ankle is going to help it, but he would flag up on this if it was a human system. Very, very cool. I love the computer stuff going on. You'll see it on here. What we're going to look at now is how the cows look in the collecting yard, and then we're going to have a look at the foot trimmer, and hopefully we'll find some of these that we found, because obviously these guys, how often do you foot trim? Every week?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. And he's flying through them, so we need to get to him fast. So Simon is going to try and find the cow that we were looking at. I hope she's not been done. Again, you can see that these cows are very tall. They're giving a lot of milk. Is that her?
Yeah, you can see she.
Yeah, so she's holding its back left, and then the computer found that. And then she's a problem. Well, we would class that as a problem cow. So a cow that she's been trimmed 4 or 5 times. So we would say that she has a lameness issue. So you probably want to get a beef cow out there, or you have a look at probably not getting her in calf again. What has she got in her, Simon?
I think she might be.
This is your dad. This is your dad.
I think she might be into beef.
Oh, is she?
I think she might.
There we go. What's she into? What's she into? Angus. So that is exactly as we were talking. So she has an Angus calf in it, because you don't want to breed those mobility problems into the herd. And Angus calves are doing really well at the moment.
Yeah.
What are you getting for your Angus calves?
Yeah, we're keeping them all at the moment.
Oh yeah, interesting. So you're not selling?
Nope.
You are busy farmers. So this is the girl. So we have Neil. Neil is foot trimmer. What? NJB Foot Care, the best in Worcester.
Where?
Worcestershire.
Gloucestershire, Hereford, yeah.
Oh, Gloucestershire, Hereford. You go everywhere. CattleEye Neil. That's what
we are looking at CattleEye to try and look at some cows that the camera's picked out, hopefully. I'm not sure whether this is one of them.
No, I think a few of them are trimmed. We've got one cow down there that's the CattleEye trim, CattleEye cow. So Neil's just doing his feet, front and back. He's on his own, one-man band. Hell of a crush, isn't it? A little bit different to ours. It looks sick, doesn't it? That's what Mum said anyway. Oh, good luck to my mum because she has her operation today. She's going to be out for a couple of weeks or months, and Dad's got an operation when he can fit in. If anyone knows anyone in the NHS that can help my dad get in with his ankle, that would be great. He looked at private, but it's going to set him 8 weeks back, and he doesn't know if to take the risk or, yeah. So that would be it eventually, because he's not walking well at all. Right, here she is. I do this so you can see my face better. I know it's not the money maker. The money maker is the cow, but this is the cow. 3857 is it?
3851.
3851. So close, but yet so far away. So the problem that this cow has, so she's come in, CattleEye spotted that she is lame on the L.
Yes, on her back left.
Well, no, it's spotted that she's lame, but she is lame on her back left.
She is clearly lame on the back left.
We can see the problem. I'll let Neil talk you through this because that's what he wants to do.
I do. So whenever you're trimming a cow's foot, I clearly see that cow's laying there. Yeah, you can set straight away. We've got a problem there. But ignore it. Always just functionally trim the foot first. Look, advice there. It's very easy to dive straight in there.
The dairy farmer in me.
Dairy farmer now just wants to go and dive in. Don't do that. Just still measure the hoof, trim it properly.
I thought you meant to do quite a lot because I'm guessing you're going to block this.
I'm going to block that, but I haven't actually taken a lot off that heel. I've just sort of got it level because it was basically, rather than walking at a natural angle, she's going like that, and I want to try and correct that as best as I can.
So there's the issue. And what Neil's doing is just heating the block up, heating the hoof up, so just taking away the oils.
This oil, bit of moisture, just helps the glue go off a little bit better.
What glue are you using, Neil?
I use Technobase.
Technobase?
It's a Kerbal glue.
Is it Kerbal or Herbal?
It's definitely German and it's definitely Kerbal.
That is impressive. So we put a block on because then this cow is going to put all the weight on her left hand side. Her left claw is going to take the weight off the problem. Now I'm going to guess you're going to...
So it's also a good idea if you can put the block on before you start trimming the problem. It's got longer to go off. Yeah. So that's quite a good. So
molding these now for sure.
So we're looking to remove as much horn as I can away from the problem area. Yeah. So by very carefully, sort of, I use a hoof GP term, debriding. He likes that word.
Debride, what?
Debride, exactly. No one's heard it. It's a Scottish word.
It just makes words to make it sound.
Yeah,
it makes it sound posh, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're only from Scotland. No offence to everyone in Scotland.
No, but. So let's do something really nice now. Can you smell that? It stinks.
Yeah, rough.
Yeah. So that's got dermatitis living on there.
Oh, really?
That is what is preventing that cow's hoof from healing.
No way.
So because dermatitis will not just live in a traditional area here, it will live on any exposed tissue. And that's, this corium here is exposed. Yeah. So obviously it's in prime position. So there's dermatitis living on there. So that is what, because you've got the dermatitis living on the corium, that's preventing the new horn from growing. So we've got to get rid of that dermatitis, and then, you know, she has a really good chance of actually getting over this.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so dermatitis will live in anything.
I just thought dermies are...
No, dermatitis, you know, because you hear about it when it gets on the udder, in the udder cleft. Yeah. You know, so any sort of like, anything like that, it will find its way into.
What have we got?
We've got some salic acid.
Salic acid.
Works really well. And what I do, I mix it with a little bit of propane glycol and it just holds it together.
Yeah.
It says. There we go.
So what we're trying to do here really is kill the dermy.
It's trying to kill the dermy because once we get rid of that dermatitis, that infection off that lesion, that horn grows incredibly well, incredibly quickly, and that will sort itself out. So it's just really getting rid of that dermatitis on there.
Wow.
And obviously now she's got that block on, that's clean, and she does stand a good chance of recovery.
So this is a really good example of a lame cow being lame. And obviously we saw she was lame, we saw she was walking badly. But what I want to do see as well, and Neil's just going to go around this cow's foot and just nip it off any other bits. He's done this cow's foot trimmed up. What I wanted to see is a cow that was lame is not obvious. This cow's, I wouldn't say she was obviously lame to a degree, yeah, you'd have to look for her. I want to see a cow that wasn't lame, but I want to see some bruises that CattleEye found. It's my plan. Let's me and Richard are going to go through the cows that are left. And let's go have a look. Interesting as well, that is lame on its inside back claw, which 90% of problems are outside back claws, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look at that. She looked back, said, oh, thanks Neil.
Cheers.
Cheerio. Right, let's go find a cow. So Neil's just on with this cow, and the next cow is something that CattleEye has picked out. And I wouldn't say she was incredibly lame. Big cows here. So that's how she's walking. So I'm hoping, we're not hoping, it'd be interesting to see if she has some bruising or she has something on it. But CattleEye has said this cow is slightly lame and her mobility score is, no, high, not down. Down is good. High is bad. Woohoo! She's flying. Come. Woohoo! Going.
Let's try and
let's find a problem.
Find a problem. It's also an idea to check the cow's hooves. Good investment. Every farmer should have one. And hoof trimmer. So she winched it, she's a little bit winchy there. There's nothing showing its head, nothing there. What we're looking for is bruising and the sort of normal bruising site here.
It looks quite good though.
It does look good. We'll come back there and have a look. We'll see.
It might be somewhere else. We've got no idea. It can't identify which foot, but it identifies it is lame. Again, try. No wind's there. Definitely not there, is it?
Nope. A bit of bruising coming through there.
Yeah.
On there.
No, pretty good.
It's all good there. Like that.
I would say she's sore.
Yeah. No, and I can't go any deeper than that. No. You can just see this, the colour of the horn just changing a little bit of pink.
Yeah.
So I'm tempted to go and have another look at this front foot again.
But the other thing, let's say she's slightly lame on that, you don't trim a lot on the inner claw because that's going to take a lot of the weight, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What we're trying to do is we're trying to balance the hoof.
Yeah.
So you can see here, look, as I run the knife up, she's all nice and balanced.
Right, that's a good way of doing it.
You see? So if you've got your fingers there and you're holding the hoof as it would be on the floor, you can set your knife on there, you can sort of see. Yeah. She's nice and balanced all the way up there, which is really what I'm trying to achieve.
Happy?
Yeah, happy.
So I would even go for that, like I'd dig that out.
But I wouldn't worry about that.
No worry.
No, because it will not go anywhere. All that is just a bit of loose horn, and that will just shed itself naturally through the wearing process. You can see that's just gone to nothing now.
Yeah.
So you just really, that's where hoof tests are good, because you're not going digging holes. Go any more there.
No. Happy?
Happy. Yeah.
So what this cow might have is, she didn't wince on the left hand side, but she did wince on this hand side. So what she might have to do is some bruising or have a bit of soreness that we can't see, we can't identify it. But like you said, you don't want to go digging for it. She's walked in okay, I'll probably leave it to it, but it's something to be aware of, that she's just maybe just not walking how she should be.
It's not walking how she should be, it's a cow that you keep an eye on, and you know well, you've trimmed it, you've looked at it, and you know very well, in 2 weeks time, quite often a problem might suddenly surface, and you can always go back to it. The most important thing is not to go in there and just go smashing into a hoof and making a mess. It's just to trim it functionally, have a look, can't find anything, except you can't find anything, and let it go, and then you can come back in again.
And the other thing is, when you're trimming cow's feet as well, you can never glue it back on.
No. You see her walking there.
She's walking well there.
Yeah.
Flying. Happy day. Okay, so we're leaving Niall to do his foot trimming on his own. Hopefully he can survive. And we've come back to the computer. We've got these graphs. I'm having a little bit of a mooch around. Lameness since CattleEye's been put in is down by 4%, which is pretty good. You think, oh, only 4%. If you could change anything by 1%, you're doing better. It's the old Tour de France, if you can change everything by 1% as a whole, you get a lot better as a herd. Lameness prevention is coming down as well. You'll see here we have the yellow graph. So this is by month. This is the yellow graph is anywhere from a score to 0 to 2. And then above there, which is these little red ones, is anything above a 3. So 3 you'll be able to see, a 2 sometimes you'll see, but what the joys of CattleEye, it will see it every single time. It will be able to identify that cow and see how its lameness is prevented or got worse or better over weeks, months, the year. They were just chatting to Simon before, and what he was saying, what's good about this system as well is he won't see cows walk, and you'll think, how do you not see cows walk? Herringbow, we see our cows walk in, you'll see our cows walk into the parlour, but the thing, the joys about a rotary is that cows won't move. They get onto the rotary and the rotary moves for the cow. Obviously these cows come out themselves, they have a backing gate, and they go, when they're finished milking, they go out through the foot bath, so they won't see it. And what's good about the computer is these cows will be seen by a computer, and the computer doesn't have a day off. A bit like robots, a bit like anything that is not human. These they won't have a day off. They work 3 times a day because they milk 3 times a day. So it just shows where the problem is, and it's all about bringing it down. September, October, November, they were flying. Had a bad 3 months. I'll have a chat with Simon about this later on. And it's coming right back down, so they're tackling it, and you can see a nice good trend there. What we're gonna do is have a little bit of play. We're gonna go in lame trim list. And then, so this will pick out the lamest cows. Obviously we looked at 3, 8, 5, 1. Everyone loves data. And then what we can do is go, we're gonna click here, so it's already there anyway. So the 1 week average, so this is great because it's on an average mobility score. So her mobility score is 95, 84, 81. And like I say, so if you're a bit like me and just like to whip, let's say you've got 6 of the lamest cows, have a look at those. Because if you fix the 6 of the lamest cows and you make them not the lamest cows, the next 6 become your lamest cows, so your whole herd's getting better and better all the time. Let's say you don't have time, we don't get a foot trimmer in, so we don't use Neil, or we'll use Ross if I can't get a bull and crush. So if we want to do top 10, we could do that, or top 6 if we have the time. And the other thing what we could do is mobility change. So I think that's really interesting, because an average mobility score for a cow, if she is a lame cow or she's walking a bit funny, she's going to score high on there week in, week out. But the average week mobility change is interesting. So let's say she's got a stone in her foot if she's walking out to pasture on our herd and something's happened, you can see here. So this cow is mobility scored a 53 compared to the 95 that we had, our lame cow, have a look at, that we put the block on. and she is 53, but she's mobility score changed 14. I wonder if that's for the good or for the worst. Ah, it's for the worst. So that's really interesting. So we can chat onto here, and then her lameness, which is here, mobility scoring, is going up into the yellow. So she's scoring a 2 or over. Well, she'd be red if she was into the 3s. So that's cool, isn't it? Oh, and then we got a video. We're missing the video. I know you're all very excited. There she is. Data, if you've got the data, it's always useful to have a look. But yeah, really, really cool. It's obviously working, it's obviously going in the right direction, and a very good farm. It's getting even better, believe it or not. So guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cows left to do. Really, really interesting. Obviously, Simon and Richard are great for letting me have around. Oh Tom, we've got this is pretty cool. Will we implement it on our farm? We have a couple of things that we implement on our farm as well. It's all about data, it's all about looking at data, and the data is only as good as what you do with it, obviously. So Neil as well apparently has had a lot to do with CattleEye, haven't you? You've been helping a lot with CattleEye.
I've helped a little bit from a tree point of view. Look, actually coming along here, look.
Look at this.
Look at this.
What a great way to end the video.
Is this going to go anywhere? No.
No.
No, bit of a disappointment.
What a roller coaster of emotions that was.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get some bruising then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether that is going to...
Oh, there's a bruise. So guys, new technology, working in farms. Well, it's not new technology, it's pushing technology and technology moving forward. Mobility scoring, condition scoring isn't new, but the data and everything coming with it is definitely. I've learned something today, hopefully you guys have done it as well. Dairy farmers, farmers in general, livestock farmers, arable farmers, the amount of data that goes into it. You have to be everything to be a farmer. As a lot of people have said before, you have to be a midwife, you have to be a scientist, you have to be a computer whiz, you have to be everything if you want to be a successful farmer anyway, that is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please get a thumbs up. If you learned something, that'd be amazing. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we will see you very, very soon. Oh, new merch as well, making me look so handsome. Anyway, guys, gotta love you and leave you. I know, but you're gonna walk out so much better. He's obviously putting a block on. See you in a bit. Bye.